take 52. Right, so there's your iconic sign. And as if by magic, here we are. Oh, yes. Oh, oof. Well, can we or can't we? Yeah. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, we get the picture. Ooh, well, that will do nicely. Yes. Well, there is something very satisfying about going down to the garden and getting your salad. It's Friday again. Actually, no, it's not, is it? It's Bank Holiday Monday. What do you mean they don't need to know that? What? Well, you want me to do it again? Oh, okay. Cut. It's Friday again. Funny how that always happens after a Thursday. Welcome back to Rudgey, aka the Doctor. I hope you're all well, and if you haven't already, hit like, share and subscribe. Sit back and enjoy the ride. And if you have, thank you ever so much for doing that. If you visited the Coffee and PayPal this week, thank you for that. It's a massive, massive help to me, as you know. And right, what have we got this week? I don't really know at this point. It's like a box of chocolates. But as you can see, it's very, very warm here, but we're not boiling like the UK press would have you believe. I mean, yeah, it is unusually hot for this time of year, I have to say. I've never known it this hot. In June, it usually gets like this sort of mid-July and then through August. Maybe into September sometimes, but not very often. So yeah, it's quite unusual that it's this hot this time of year. So all I can do is advise you to carry water wherever you go. Make sure you've got your phone charged up and you've got a power bank to support that if should something go wrong. Wear a hat and don't go out in the midday sun. I mean, I see people lying in it and I don't know how they do that, you know. Living here, we keep out the sunshine, which is why a lot of my videos are done in the afternoon. That and the fact that I don't get up till dinner time. No, I get up a bit earlier than that. But yeah, I generally try, unless I've got to go the other side of the island. Yeah, I try and film in the afternoon because it's a little cooler. You know, it's not so so bad. As you can see, we're on a busy road again. So let's get on with the video. Oh, and before we do, I've done a short piece. As you can see, I'm stood by the bridge, about the bridge. Unfortunately, yes, the German bridge has gone. That isn't going to be open for quite some time yet, I don't think. I might go and have a look at Argostoli and let you know how that's getting on, and we'll visit a beach. So let's get on. Okay, so the Black Pearl is due its MOT test here. So I've been doing a bit of work, and as you can see, workshop's up and running. So I've cleaned and oiled the chain and adjusted it, which I did not more than about a month ago now. The front brakes, well, these discs are absolutely shot. So I'm not putting new pads in there. I'm waiting for some new discs to arrive. But I have had a look at those, and they just about get me by for the next few weeks. So I've done that. I've raised the suspension at the back for when the Hobbit comes back, because it wasn't very good two up. So we'll see. I don't know whether that's going to work. It's a bit high now, but we'll see. And I've changed the oil and filter. Repaired the back light because the spring that I put in 2 years ago wasn't up for the job really, so I found a new one in the box of bits and pieces that I brought off the boat, and we put that on, and that seems to be working fine now. So fingers crossed that it goes through. I know I've got a leaking fork seal. I'm going to have to do that. Oh, and I replaced the back brake pads as well while I was there. There you go, routine maintenance. Now then, out in the garden, I'm quite excited about this. I'll show you guys what's been happening. This was on the coffee page a week or so ago now. As you can see, my chili peppers are coming on nicely, and look at the cucumbers. They've gone mental. But I don't know whether you can see that, guys. Down there is a cucumber, and there's a bigger one down there, and there's some growing on there, so I'm going to have several cucumbers come all at once. Nothing on the tomato plants yet, although they have flowered. Nothing yet, but we'll see. And nothing on the bell pepper side of things yet. Due watering, that is, actually. So yeah, that's a little update on the garden. That's the upstairs balcony. Just thought I'd show you that. I'm waiting for some oranges to come on here, because we did notice that there were some starting to grow, but nothing obvious as yet. You have to be very patient being a farmer, don't you? Anyway, I'm going to crack on and get the black pearl finished. So, every 2 years, you have to take your motorcycle for a KTEO, which is the equivalent of the MOT test. And the same for a car, except cars have got an emissions test, so they have to be tested for the emissions every year and tested for the rest of the mechanical stuff every 2, same as the bike. And this is the place over here, whether you can see that we've got to go to now. That's the only one around here. There is another one, but it does HGVs only, so I'm told. So keep your fingers crossed that the black pearl won't let us down. Now, the last time I took it, they did mention the fact the exhaust was a bit noisy. It had been lowered and the headlamp was tinted. So as you can see, and if you watch the videos, you'll know that I've done the headlamp. I've had a bit of a fettle with the lowering kit, tried to get it a bit higher. It hasn't made a lot of difference, to be honest. The exhaust, well, one, I quite like the noise it makes, so I don't go around thrashing it very often, so I don't think it's that noisy, but I have been trying to get hold of a standard set of pipes for it, just in case it fails or the police pull me up. It's very difficult to get stuff like that out here. So if you're in the vicinity and you know of a set of standard pipes or much quieter ones for a Z1000 03 onwards, I'm on the market for some if they're cheap enough. So without further ado, let's go and see if it'll pass. Well, it's a pass. It did say to me it'd be a good idea to change the exhausts for factory ones, so we'll do that. We'll get a set of exhausts for it. So yeah, big relief. I can now ride the bike again legally. So yeah, that was that. Right, well, here we are. The gates were shut last time I came. Now, I saw on Facebook somebody had managed to cross a temporary bridge. So I'm going to go and check it out for you guys. But it does say no entry. Right, so here we go. I mean, it doesn't look like it's supposed to be used as a road, does it really? But if nothing else, we'll be able to see what progress has been made. Look at the view though. Stunning. Beautiful day today. Of course, it's Bank Holiday Monday, so as I'm filming this, so I don't expect there to be anybody out here. As you can see, there's some major work going on there. They've dug like a new road all the way along there and dug all this out. The road just to come round here. Now it's more than double the width. There's not a lot going on over there by the looks of it. But we'll go and have a look. All the same. Right. The problem with it being so hot at the moment is I can't see whether the camera's on or off. But yeah, this is what they've been doing. As you can see, they've dug that out quite significantly down there. Looks like I've made a temporary pathway down there. So yeah, that's where the old road bridge was. The old German bridge was just behind that, and it looks like that's gone, which is a bit of a shame. And that there, where the excavators are parked up at the moment, is where the old road used to be. Like I say, this is interesting what they're doing here. They've made a roadway up there and one along there. I'm thinking that was probably just for the excavators. I don't know. It'll all become apparent as time goes by, but this isn't going to be open for quite some time, I don't think. So there you go, that's where the Rattly Bridge was, that you all knew and loved. And that, if I'm not mistaken, is where the German bridge used to be. Gone. And that makes me sort of sad in a way, because it was a piece of history, wasn't it? Good or bad. And it's no longer there. But some extensive work going on here. Anyway, that's what's happening here. Oh, yeah. Extensive work is going on. Just had a nice chat with a guy with a Triumph. I think it was a Bonneville. Anyway, if you're watching, chap, nice bike. Mildly customised. It looks really good. And it's nice to see stuff like that out here. You don't get custom bikes out here, really. Not that many, anyway. Yeah, it looks like they put a big concrete plinth in there to support the bridge that they're putting in. I don't know. Doing the same here, by looks at the shuttering they're off, aren't they? The concrete it all, I would think. But I'll leave you to decide when that's going to be open. I think it might be a while. So now what I'm going to do is possibly ride back to Argostoli in a bit. I have to get some shopping, because actually, you know, as I've said before, I live here. So yeah, I'm going to get some shopping, and I'll let you know how the front there's getting on, because that's a mess as well. But yeah, I wouldn't come driving along here expecting it to be open. I think the locals are using it on bank holidays and Sundays when the people aren't working here. They leave the gate open, I suppose. But it does say no entry, so there you go. I'll leave that one up to you. I wouldn't bring the hire car down there, that's for certain. Beautiful day, as you can see. Lovely Assos there, basking in the summer sunshine. Colours when it's like this are absolutely amazing. I said before, I thank my lucky stars every day that I'm able to do this. And for those of you who visited the island and asked to meet me, and I've met up with you, it's been a pleasure. I've met some really nice people through this channel. If you've tried to get hold of me and it's gone slightly wrong, I apologise. I mean, maybe I know quite a lot of you now are messaging me on WhatsApp because a few of you have got my telephone number now. And that's a good idea, because WhatsApp obviously is free if you've got Wi-Fi, and I can instantly answer you, whereas a few of you have emailed, and one, that gets confusing because I get quite a few people email and I can't remember who's who half the time because I'm getting very old. And yeah, and two, sometimes you'll email me, by the time I've emailed back you're out somewhere, because you're on your holidays after all, and I don't want to mess that up. And then when you do message me, I'm out doing something else, because obviously I live here, so I have things I have to do. What I would say about it is, I said before in a previous video, the channel now takes up a lot of my time. So there's that, and I'm quite busy meeting people this time of year. I do love to meet you all, so please try and get in contact with me, but don't be offended if I can't do it, because as you can appreciate, things get very busy, especially if the Hobbit's here, because she does give me some UK work. And of course, when she's here, she's only here for a short period at the moment. I like to try and get that done. Otherwise, the funds run out. As you know, I had a bad winter with my back and stuff. Anyway, enough whinging. Look at Kyriakis down there. Beautiful. Right, let's get back aboard the Pearl and make like a shepherd and get the out of here. Yeah. You behave yourself, James. I hear you mucking about again. Right, and as if by magic, here we are in the capital of Catalonia, Argostoli. And behind me is where the cruise liners come in, just where the ferry is now actually, and all the super yachts. And it's the cruise liners that we all think this is aimed at. Anyway, as you can see, I filmed this in a previous video. They've finished doing this area here, and the path goes all the way along there, round past the little marina where the charity used to be. I don't know whether it's still there. That's where they used to teach the kids to row there. In fact, the Hobbit was going to get involved with that. So let's go into the town and have a look, see what they've done in there. Right, so there's your iconic sign, and this part of the quayside was finished a couple of years ago now, and it looks very nice, I have to admit. A big change, huge difference from the Catalonia I first visited 30 odd years ago, well over 30 years now. And you could argue it attracts a lot of boats. Well, yeah, some of these have just sailed in and anchored up, yeah, tied off on the quayside. But most of those down there are actually charter boats, which means you can rent those out for the day with the skipper, or they're trip boats and will take you out for the day. Some of them you can even charter for longer than that. But yeah, this is all very nice, isn't it? And didn't really affect anybody's businesses, maybe even enhanced it. Now I'm going to take you and show you what I think is the problem here for this summer anyway. Right, so here we are down the other end, and as you can see, work's progressed, but not fantastically. I would normally have stopped here for a beer, but of course I think they've moved out. What's it say? Oh, there you go, that Saurus is open again. But as I said in a previous video, apparently he's not allowed to come out onto the frontage here. He has to stay in there. So that they can put palm trees and a fountain here. I mean, the fruit and veg place here, that's it, that's all he's allowed to have. He's got to be inside, allowed to come out from there like he used to. I've had some comments on this from other videos I've done, and weighing them up, you're as unhappy with it as I am, and indeed probably the traders. There are one or two of you who said it's progress. Fair enough, you can say that if you want. It will smarten the place up, but come on guys, you know. And as I said in a previous video, that's my friend's bakery over there. All these places have got canopies and tables and chairs out, and including the fruit and veg place up there that belongs to Olga's family. All those canopies have got to go. All these canopies here, all the chairs, anything that's out on the footpath has to go, and it will be like the fruit and veg market. Hence, that fruit and veg market's been like that all the years I've been coming, and it was one of the attractions for me. I think somebody's missed the point. It'll be very smart and very tidy. And if you've never been before, you'll think it's wonderful. Those of you who know the island well, leave your comments. I'd like to see what you think about it all. I mean, look at Patsaurus' place now. Literally, where the green part is, that's his place. That's where he's allowed to have his tables. He's not allowed to come out any further than that. I'd just like to say, people don't want to sit inside when they come here, do they? They like to sit outside, have a drink, buy some fruit and veg, and that sort of thing. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. I'm not going to say any more on the subject. I'm sure it will look fantastic when it's done. Wonderful Mayor is doing a fantastic job. In the great words of Peter, my old friend Peter, passed away a while back now, nothing to do with me. And it isn't. Anyway, enough of the politics for one day. I'm off to see if I can get myself a cooked chicken so I can have some crusty bread, a cooked chicken and a bit of salata. Well, that's just one of the problems when you live here. I think I'm a bit late for the cooked chicken. They've sold out and turned the heating thing off. There is another A or B on the way up home. I doubt they're going to have any either. So that's it. No cooked chicken for me tonight. I'll have to think of something else. I had a very nice Madras curry last night. Thank you to those of you who brought me paste and recently chapatis, naan breads. Makes a massive difference. Anyway, let's get back on the bike and go home. Right, that's enough of that rubbish. And it is, isn't it, really? Now then, I'm not going to tell you too much about how to get here. You'll have to find it yourselves. All I will say is there's a windmill involved and a very, very nice beach. Some of you probably know where this is anyway, and I'll film the road so you can see how good or bad you think it is. Anyway, let's go for a little ride, check it out. Extensively photographed that. Now some of you probably won't like this road too much because there is some sheer drops up the sides of it, but it's pretty good. The surface when I last came down here last year was very good. I wouldn't have any qualms about coming down here in a hire car. In fact, I have on several occasions. You just have to take your time, like I've said before, as I've done on the bike just now. Select a low gear so you don't have to overuse the brakes, and just take it cigar and you'll be fine. Anyway, lecture over, let's enjoy the views, shall we? And as I said, I haven't been down here since last year. I brought the Hobbit and the bucket down here, so a lot can happen on this island in a year. When you have a storm or an earthquake, it alters the landscape. People ask me all sorts of questions about living here, and I've noticed that some people seem to think, and I was guilty of it myself a long time ago, the laws are different here as far as driving is concerned. Well, one one of them, drinking and driving, they're actually a lot stricter on here. You're not allowed to drink as much, so it might be worth you bearing that in mind. Can get you in a lot of trouble, that can. So yeah, Google that. I'm not exactly sure on the quantities, but I know that you're not allowed to drink as much alcohol here and drive as you are in the UK. So check that out. And like I said before, you have to wear a crash helmet, that's law. If you don't, you get a heavy fine if you get caught, so that, you know, a lot of us don't always wear them. Bikes have to be tested. KTEO is the name of the test here, but it's an MOT, just like you have in the UK. Yeah, as you can see, this road is quite steep, so if you're not very good on your clutch, or you've got an underpowered car, then I'd have a think about it. It is quite steep. That's something I saw on Facebook actually. Some people had moaned that they'd hired a Fiat Panda and that it was useless, it wouldn't get them around the island. Well, yeah, I don't know where you brought your driving licence, but you got jumped all over on Facebook by a lot of people, and I wasn't one of them because I just scrolled by. But I will say on here that me and the Bucket have hired quite a few Fiat Pandas. They're a good little car. They are a little bit underpowered for something like this, but if you take your time and you know what you're doing and you can drive, then it won't be a problem. But then I suppose each to their own. You can't be good at everything, can you? Look at that though, guys. Now you can see why I haven't been too specific about how to get here, because it's usually only local people that come here. I don't really want to rock the boat too much. And for those of you who complain about the shots from the bike, for every one of you who complain about that, I can tell you now there's 5 or 6 more that actually like it. I've left this running now so you can see what the road is like. And my little mate James loves the pictures from the bike, so he's a big fan. I know I've got a few little boys watch this site that like the bike. Unfortunately, James, there will be nowhere to put the black pearl in the shade today. It's not that sort of beach. Anyway, here we are. Might have to turn around actually, because the stand will be the wrong way and the bike will fall over. We don't want that, do we? Now, I won't be stopping there too long because I broke my own rules. I haven't brought any water with me today. There we go. Let's have a look around. Right, so we've got a lot of people on the beach today, so filming's going to be a little bit tricky. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go up that bank there, if my back will allow me, and give you a shot of the beach. And while I'm going up there, I've been talking to a lot of you that have come out and offered to buy me lunch or a coffee, and like I said, I like to do that. Seems to me that a lot of you agree with me when it comes to the building on the island and the commercialisation of the island. And to be honest, a lot of my friends who are born and bred here, and a lot of my friends who are business owners here, Right, so here we are. I've climbed up to a vantage point so I can film it for you. Aren't you lucky? Look at that. How beautiful is that? I'm going to come down here with the Hobbit next week and have a swim if it stays this hot. That yacht out there, cruising along. It's probably making about 3 knots, so it's not fast enough for me. It's a constant source of frustration to me that I can't reach some of these places. Look at those beaches there, fantastic. There's a massive super yacht round the corner there. I don't know whether the camera's picking that up. Of course they can reach it, but you know, having said that, That's not that bad, is it really? Got a nice car park so you can turn around down when you get down here. And that's the road we've come from up there. And the only clue I'll give you is that Farsa, Aston Farsa, oh sorry, it's just round the corner there. Luxuria over there, Argostoli round the corner. Now, I did try and do this earlier and I got cut off. The camera decided to stop working. So we'll try it again while we've got a beautiful view. Yeah, I've had a lot of you commenting, sending me messages, and quite a few of you who I've spoken to that have been here saying that you're concerned about the amount of building that's going on the island and the way the front's being done in Argostoli. It's not appropriate for the island, yada yada yada, burro burro. I agree. And contrary to popular belief, I've had a lot of people, Greeks and other nationalities, comment on the channel and send me mail saying that you think it's progress and it's making people money. Well, the only spark of light that I can see out of this is a Greek minister has now waded in to the fray and said that there is too much building going on the islands generally, and they're going to kill the golden goose. And for those of you who are not familiar with that term, there was a golden goose that used to lay golden eggs. Anyway, I'm sorry about that analogy, it's the best I could come up with. But anyway, yeah, he's saying that people will stop coming to the islands, they will kill tourism because, I mean, look how beautiful it is. I mean, can you imagine if they built a hotel there and a beach bar there? Now, I know that some of you would love that, but I'm afraid, from what I'm hearing, you are in a minority because you can get that sort of holiday anywhere you want, you know. People generally come out to this island because it's beautiful and they like to get in a car and travel to a beach and have some fun in the peace and quiet and then go back to a busy world. Some of you don't travel in a car because you can't drive, so God only knows what impression you get of the island if you end up in a commercial part of it. So I'm hoping that my videos point out just how beautiful this place still is and how you can still find a bit of peace and quiet here. And see, I've been talking for ages, there's been several outtakes and that yacht is still only there. Yes, you can keep your windmills. give me a good old diesel engine on a boat and you'll get from A to B much quicker. Oh, and while we're on that subject, interestingly enough, my friend Makis, hi Makis, at Bar 7 said that what's the point to all this? He now has to give out paper bags with his takeaways and little paper things to put them in, and wooden knives and forks, and cardboard tubes as straws. And he quite rightly points out that yeah, all right, you're not putting any plastic in the sea, but now you're killing a forest, and forests are what keep the world alive. Incidentally, before we go down to look at the beach, a little pathway here, and see, it goes around there. You could possibly get to that beach climbing over rocks and that, but then that's how people disappear, because I'm quite a distance from anywhere. If I fell down those rocks, my phone would very likely not be to hand, would it? Having fallen off a boat, I can tell you things don't land where you land. So yeah, just be careful, guys. Oh yeah. Perhaps shouldn't be doing this. The only reason I'm doing this is there's people in the car park. As if by magic, we're back at the bike. My back, yeah, thanks for asking. Not fantastic. Might have to go and see somebody about it in the next few months, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm not going to go too much further. There are people on this beach enjoying themselves. But there you go. How peaceful is that? Little church here. Can't go in because it's got a sign that says you can't. So that's your mystery beach. I don't actually know what the name of it is. And because the maps are a bit sketchy out here, I haven't managed to find it. Maybe somebody who knows the area can tell you. But I'm not going to promote it because I like it just the way it is. I just thought I'd share it with you. Yeah. Oh, right. Well, that's this week's video. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. And from a spectacular windmill in the days when they were actually useful. That's it for this week. Right, so if you visited the Coffee and PayPal page this week, thank you ever so much for doing that. Really is a massive, massive help. And if you just subscribed, that's a huge help to me as well. Comment, subscribe, like and share. It all helps push the channel forward. Last time I looked, we were in the thousands, 1,045, I think. I mean, I'm out the window to be at 2,000 for my next birthday, and the Hobbit will lose again. By the way, one or two you asked me what a forfeit was. Well, we don't actually know because we left it up to you guys. So yeah, if you can think of a good forfeit for the Hobbit losing her bet, let me know. We'll pick the best one. We'll make her do it. She's out here this Sunday to try and sort things out. She's bringing the computer over and some stuff for the house she's buying. That's the only update I can give you on that, I'm afraid. And as you can see, the bridge isn't going to be open anytime soon, and Argostoli is still a mess. But there you go. There are some beautiful places on this island. So from a very happy Rudge, who's very content with his life these days, and why not, I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching, and remember, dreams do come true. True story. Just keep going, guys. You'll get there. It's Friday again. Actually, no, it's not, is it? It's Bank Holiday Monday. What do you mean they don't need to know that? So I've got to go the other side of the island. I generally try and film in the afternoon when the sun's starting to, it's not, you know, it's, we start that again. Go on, set. Who said that? Go on, set. I mean, seriously, who keeps saying that? I mean, Kurt, I haven't said anything yet. What do you mean that's the point? Oh, okay. 3, 2, go. Rolling. Go on, set. Anyway, why? Oh, cut. Windmills everywhere. Well, yeah, I don't mind that one. I mean, that's probably ground flour or olives or something useful, you know? Yeah, and look how long that's been there. I mean, apparently those things don't last. I've got me ranch in now. Kurtz, where's the catering van on Parched? You mean we haven't got one? Oh, I bet Matt Armstrong doesn't have these problems in his life, does he? Oh no, Matt Armstrong, yeah, he's got a camera crew and Lamborghinis and, mind you, yeah, yeah. I would say I didn't have to rebuild that one, but well, I did, didn't I? Really? Hmm. Okay. Well, yep. There you go. There's a cucumber, almost big enough to cut. Another one growing there. Another little one there. Two more there. Little one over there. Little one there. Little one there. I'm very pleased with that. Yeah. Tomatoes, well, they're still flowering, but no fruit on those just yet. But we live in hope. The peppers, however, let's see if we can... yeah, I don't know whether you can see that next to my finger. There you go. There's going to be a load of those. They're doing quite well. Yeah. Just need some chickens now and I'll be self-sufficient for my salads, won't I?